Hello, I'm John, the executive producer here at Final Show Films. I got a few notes for you before the show. First, I want to thank you all for watching. We couldn't do what we do or the amount of things that we do without the support of you, the viewer. If you want to support us financially, which we always appreciate, you can go to our Patreon page at patreon.com/fsfilms, where you can donate as little as $1 a month to help us continue this and all the things that we do. I want to give a special shout out to our $25 supporters, Antitonic, Waterflame, and Samantha Bates. Second, I want to let you all know that we here at Final Show Films are planning a little get-together up at Gen Con this year. That's August 2nd through 5th up at Indianapolis. We're going to be up there just sort of hanging out, enjoying the con, spending time together, and if any of you guys want to come up and say hi, please feel free. We don't bite unless you want us to. And if you enjoy whatever it is you're about to watch or listen to, be sure to check out our website at finalshowfilms.com, where you can find links to all of our other content, both podcast and video. And be sure to follow me at John A. Bates on Twitter for more updates on all of the content we're creating in the future. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to BreakVerse. I am Aaron. I am the GM, and let's start by introducing our players. Jack.
Hey everybody, I'm Jack. I'm playing Ragnar Einherjar, the Dwarven Paladin of Conquest.
And Jeremy.
Hello, I am Jeremy. I'm playing Click Clack Kinku Rogue.
And Kat.
Hi, I am Kat, and I am playing Ska, the Wood Elfin Barbarian Cleric.
Cool. And we are missing Navarin, who plays our party bard Alistar this week. He is doing work stuff and being responsible, so good on him.
How dare he?
Goddamn adults.
Yeah. So, last time on BreakVerse, our group of adventurers got a little bit captured. And awoke in what appeared to be some sort of illicit facility jail. They and several other prisoners managed to escape due to a combination of smashing things and flipping around. Down into the bottom of a pit that seemed to be used to dispose of dead. Yeah. And as we pick back up, the three members of our party and four fellow former captives.
We're starting an army.
Yeah. I believe we're just about to head down a passage in a pit.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds legit.
Mm-hmm. Trying to make it down the hole. Through the hole? I don't know. Something with holes.
There's gonna be a lot of holes.
To refresh your memory, you were all in. I believe it's still maybe on the map for it. Mm-hmm. You were all in a essentially some sort of experimentation room with a liquid form of that glowing blue substance that you previously encountered in the wall. There was a pit that the illicits apparently were throwing both the equipment of people they had captured and people they had killed into. You climbed down in and found that in the bottom of the pit there seemed to be a passageway leading further on.
Yep, and Ragnar has the hilt of his sunblade out, and he is walking.
Yep.
Ska's following.
Trying to be observant. It's not probably going well.
I mean, you're gonna have to roll to see how that's going, aren't you?
16 on perception. Not my worst.
I'll join you in that perception checking stuff.
Dark vision is the best.
24.
Nice.
I will get into roll 20 and then I will join you.
Yeah, I was kind of trying to stall until you noticed, but
People are rolling dice. I'm not in the place where I can roll dice.
I mean,
I'm
the
good.
sad part is, it wasn't, I'm not in the place where I can roll dice. It was, oh yeah, I need to track that stuff. Oh wait, I need to be in roll 20 for that. Not need to track it. I choose to track it, which is really a need. I mean,
Hey, you know, it's a fun thing to know what our percentages are at the end of the night.
I also have many spreadsheets. You are aware of this.
yeah. All right, let's see how my somewhat shitty perception does. I guess it's not that bad.
Yeah.
No, it's not that bad.
Especially with my
Yeah.
natural 20 it.
Yep.
A natural 20 is always good.
So Ragnar, as you walk along, you see the occasional flickers on the edge of your vision, just like, I don't know, what? But nothing like jumps out. Nothing seems very large. Just shadows on the wall, presumably from your allies.
Yep.
Click, clack, and ska. You see shadow here that doesn't make sense. Shadow there that doesn't make sense. And then you notice that the walls and most of the ceiling seem to like slightly shift every minute or so, as though they are rippling with movement.
Well, that's disconcerting.
That's not worrisome at all. That doesn't sound like something's esophagus at all.
And as you start to hear occasional sounds, clattering, almost like feet on the ground, aside from your own in various directions. And you're trying to pinpoint where this is coming from. You see, because you both rolled above a 20, you see this ripple of that same movement that you were noticing in the walls, a large blanket of it coming through the floor.
But Clack just opens his mouth and
I agree. This is bad.
Where has Click Clack heard the sound of an overloading nuclear reactor before?
somewhere.
I call bullshit
I
on
can
this.
actually answer that. You were sneaking around something the Duragar had made, and they had noisemaker things for when they noticed that someone was sneaking around.
I mean, that works. I was just going to say he overheard an alarm spell going off, but
No, alarm spells make a dinging bell sound.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't want
I
to start a
concur
Christmas
with
Carol
Click-Clack.
episode. What's going on?
point.
The walls are moving, the floor is moving, and we're.
Ragnar, you're out in front. Make me a dexterity save.
Okay.
Not with disadvantage, because your party members warned you.
That's a 10.
You are knocked prone as you barely notice that the floor in front of you, oh yeah, that does look kind of like a weird shadow coming in my direction. As the floor in front of you ripples sort of up, moving, and rushes past you, knocking you flat on your ass.
I point the hilt of the sunblade towards the floor, and I turn it on.
Okay.
I am stabbing the shit out of this tunnel.
Yep.
I attack the darkness.
Damn right I do. And I've got a sunblade, so I can actually do that.
I mean, you can absolutely make me an attack roll.
18.
Okay. Yeah, Ragnar, you slice and you sort of strike low and flat, trying to cut through whatever this is. And as you impact, you notice that it doesn't quite feel like stone, and there's sort of a rippling crack of a breaking illusion as what looked like just the floor but moving becomes this swarm of maybe hundreds of rats in close proximity to each other.
Are they
Okay,
undead
that's not
rats?
nearly.
They don't seem to be undead, no. Though
Okay.
a lot of them seem to be dead.
That's not nearly
And-
as bad as I thought it was going to be, though. Okay.
And I'd like for you all to roll initiative against the magical rats.
Rat magic.
Rats.
That's a 7. No, that's a 5. Sorry.
Nope.
Cat got the
I was like,
7.
I got the 7.
I got the 5.
I got the. Hold on, click on me. I got the 10 with a +7.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Both of us all 3 of us rolled 3s and 4s on that.
I blame you, Jack. You started off the bad rolling for us.
You're the one who got the 20 that was supposed to, like, mitigate that.
Well, no, after I got the 20, you got the 4.
Oh, that's
and
true.
then the 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then 4, 4, 3.
Click clack, you're going first.
Okay. Can I sneak attack the rats? I mean, are we within? Actually,
We're not really using the map right now, so probably.
actually, never mind. Against a creature, if you are, yeah, no, that won't work. But yeah, okay. If I can, then cool. 26
Yes.
for 13 damage.
Okay, so
Well,
more
that
of these rats go
shitty
scattering.
Attack roll
Um,
damage. That was really bad sneak attack damage.
That was.
3d6, I rolled a 2, a 1, and a 1.
Look, you've rolled the 26 to hit.
That is also true. And for my bonus action, I'm going to for my bonus action, I'm going to attack with my dagger too. And you can sneak. It still counts as a sneak attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
It's just you don't get your bonus to damage.
yeah, I was gonna say, usually you can only get your bonus once a turn, though you still get your like advantages and other things, I believe.
Oh, you are correct. Sneak attack only counts once per turn.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
Yeah, otherwise rogues would be hella OP.
Yeah.
I
Rogues are
like
you
that you
dink,
say that.
dink, stab. Dink,
I like
dink.
that you say that like they aren't hella OP already.
That's the guy who just rolled 4 on sneak attack damage.
I mean, okay, if they are not me rolling dice,
I mean,
I'm
technically you've
assuming
got
an
less
18
than...
hits worth another 4
Yeah.
damage.
Mm-hmm. You're trying to clear them out. All right. That will make their turn. So these swarms of rats that sort of gather around. Actually, there's still enough left for that. Yeah, so they're gonna Scott, beneath your feet, you notice that some of these rats have started to swarm, clearly occupying the same space you are currently in.
Okay.
A natural 1 misses you. And in addition, they get to do their cool thing. So they start, all of these small fuzzy creatures start swirling around you, who sort of climbing up, and you need to make me a dexterity save.
All right. Luckily, I get advantage on those.
Yep. This is the effect you can see. You should have your danger sense.
Yep. And am I within range of Ragnar for his thing to?
I'll say yeah, you're all in a pretty small cavern.
Cool. Dex save, advantage, Ragnar vicinity, click. That is an 18.
Right. Yeah, 18's fine. You don't actually lose your footing, but for a second it feels like they're trying to push you over.
Mm-hmm.
But you're a barbarian.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to happen. Click clack, I'm assuming an 11 misses you?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, you're just gonna have to make the dex save.
Okay. This should not be difficult.
You say that now.
I was gonna say that after you roll, please.
No, I say it before I roll, then I curse myself. 30.
Wow.
Yeah, you're fine.
That probably is good.
The rats sort of swarm around your feet, and you're like, "Oh, that's cute. Let me hop a little bit."
Yep. Boing, 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 boing.
Ragnar, you are already prone,
Yep.
so you feel. Actually, yeah, you haven't had your turn yet. You are already prone. You feel yourself being sort of pulled down by these rats who are sort of swarming over you. The rest of you see the rats on top of Ragnar starting to reform that cave surface looking appearance to them, and Ragnar seems to be slipping into the ground. Ragnar, I am going to need you to make me a wisdom save.
Okay. 18. I have rolled over a 10 exactly twice this game, I think, so far.
Sounds about right.
No,
With an
no, not
18.
only once. Only once.
With an 18, you are actually fine.
Sweet.
Yay.
You feel some sort of magical level to the effect, but other than being prone, you're not experiencing anything else right now. Just rats that seem to be very adamant on making you one with the floor.
Well, it's nice to have goals.
For real.
And that's going to bring it to Ragnar's turn. Wait.
Mm.
There's a theoretical chance they could hit, but with the 7, they don't.
I think it's Ska and then me.
Scott, should be my turn.
Yes, it is Scott's turn.
Yep. That's right. So now it's the question of, do I use the decanter of endless water to shoot a geyser at these rats?
I mean, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think I'm going to because I think it's hilarious. I will put that into chat. I think I will use. Is it an action? Yeah, I'm going to use an action to remove the stopper. Call for geyser.
Okay.
And try and wash away the rats. The bonus action. It's creature I can see within 30 feet of me. Must succeed strength saving throw.
Yep. Okay. Strength save. They're great at those. Actually, with the 17, they're fine.
Oh man!
Question:
Jesus.
Was it fresh or salt water?
It doesn't. I'll make it saltwater.
All right, so they're bilge rats, not river rats.
The reason that's funny is because I know how important that had to be for Jack.
And I made it saltwater because Ragnar's on the ground.
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, Ragnar, you don't have to make any save or anything, but you do feel the water spraying near you because the geyser.
I mean, there's a chance
The
that I would
geyser is
fail
30
my save.
feet long and 1 foot wide.
Yeah.
It is distinctly hitting all of you at this point.
We're all soaked in salt water. Hooray.
Actually, knowing Click Clack's dexterity, he is dodging water.
Wee, wee.
Okay.
Why do you always sound like a female 3-year-old drow child whenever you're excited?
Because that's where you got the excited
That's where I
sound.
grew up.
All right. Is it Ragnar's turn then?
Yep, that would make it Ragnar's turn.
Okay, he's going to spend half his movement to stand up.
Okay.
He's going to spend his bonus action for Thunderous Smite. And then he is going to start laying about with this sword.
Okay.
26 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
17 damage plus 12 thunder damage, and they need to make a DC 16 strength save. Max damage on the Thunder Smite.
With them rolling a 7, you successfully overkill the rat. That rat swarm.
All right. Are there any more around still?
There is one more swarm, I'll say, within range of you. The one
All
that's
right.
on Click Clack.
Click clack duck. Oh, that's a 12. Click clack loses a wing.
No, it's not a natural one. You're fine. But yeah, that'll hit.
Oh, that does hit. Cool.
Yes, there.
For another
not.
15 radiant damage.
Yeah. Ragnar takes out another rat swarm.
And then he goes vroom, 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 making those noises with his mouth.
And now Click Clack can make those noises whenever he wants to.
Congratulations, Click Clack. You can pretend to have a lightsaber. I'll teach you the on-off sounds later.
I feel like a large number of the Star Wars actors are known for doing that.
Oh, yeah, that is a fairly consistent production note. Please instruct protagonist actors to stop making their own lightsaber noises. Ewan McGregor did
But
it,
you're
Hayden Christensen
in
did
Star
it.
Wars with a lightsaber.
What else are you gonna do?
And it's not just the lightsabers though. Like the chick with the purple hair, you can actually watch her in the movie. She says "pew pew" as she pulls out the gun.
Yep.
Her name's Laura Dern.
Anyway, thank you. I couldn't think of it. I could picture her. I just couldn't think of the name. Anyway.
Yep. The movie's main villain and makes pew pew sounds. Good to know. Moving on.
Debate that later. I think it's up to
Power of
Click Clack's
being
turn
the
now.
GM, I can say we're moving on.
Yes,
Yep.
you can.
But that would make it back to Click Clack's turn.
All right. So how many swarms are there right now?
There's actually only one swarm left at this point.
feel like I should.
Which is about 1 5-foot square's worth of rats, however.
Oh
many-
no, never mind. Let's do this then. Yeah, this will work.
It's a carpet
So-
square of rats.
I pull out my flask of oil.
Oh God. There's still water coming though.
Oil doesn't give a shit about
I'm just
water.
letting you
when
know.
It's true. You can still light
Just
it
letting
on
you know.
fire.
The water doesn't end until my turn starts.
Boom. This is at my feet, isn't it? Fuck,
no, it's technically at Ska's feet. The one on you.
Fuck it, she's got danger sense. Whoom!
Okay.
Missile
Thanks.
attack.
So, is there a specific thing associated with oil flask fume, or?
No.
Okay. No, I was just checking. If there isn't an item description for it, I'll just figure it out.
Don't believe so. I mean, I would
Okay.
imagine it's something sort of alchemist fire-y, but not
Yeah,
quite.
it's fine. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't overwriting something. So first,
No, wait, I'm wrong. I am wrong.
Yep, I was gonna say, no, there is.
oh,
Make a ranged attack against a target creature or object, treating the oil as an improvised weapon.
okay.
So
On a
basically,
hit-
1d20 plus your dex, no proficiency.
Yep. I need to get proficient in this. Um,
You can become proficient with improvised weapons.
Yep.
well, that didn't go well.
Okay, yeah. So, click clack, you throw it.
I go to throw it, and it slips out of my hand and lands at my feet.
Second.
Slippery.
Nope. And I assume you were also delivering some method of fire with that.
Yes, I had lit.
Okay.
I had
Yep.
let it go
All
on
right.
fire, and then tried to chuck it.
So,
Molotov cocktail.
given that there is currently a large spout of water directly in the small cave area you guys are in,
The peril is somewhat mitigated.
going to need everyone to make me dexterity saves with an oil fire.
Sweet.
Natural 20 plus the 5, so that makes it a
15.
28.
17. I'm actually more nimble than Click Clack for once.
I mean, I went to go throw it, and the burning oil hit my feathers, and that's never good. So, yeah.
Yeah, that does kind of
Yeah.
put you back on your heels a little bit.
Yeah. As there is a loud thundering boom. And the good news is the rats are dead.
Hooray!
Yeah. No, the geyser is a lot of water. You each take 6 fire damage.
Is that
Even with my
did we
natural
make our
20?
save?
If so, you all made your saves
Okay, then
Oh, okay, cool.
evasion.
with whatever
Okay.
specialty stuff
Yep.
happens to be there. The rats die.
Successful as far as I'm concerned.
There's still a fire going.
Eh.
Yeah, Ragnar's gonna try and keep moving down the tunnel away from that.
Okay. Yeah. So, yes, all of the rats are dead. Scott, do you want to stop the water or just continue?
The water stops on my next turn,
Okay.
so it will stop on its own.
Yep. All right.
And yes, you do want to stop the water, because when there's an oil fire, you don't splash water on it.
Yeah. You notice that the companions you're with seem to have dealt with their own rat issue. See, you know what? I'm just gonna say anyone who'd like to can make me just a perception check.
15.
22.
13.
Yeah. So Maywin and Minerva look a little bit, Amabel. Minerva died. Look a little bit scorched from the flames, but you notice Zhao is completely uninjured. Sylvester is still slightly smoking as he just sort of puts out a bit of his hair that seemed to have caught in the flames.
Everyone all right?
Maywin still seems to flinch at your voice, but gives a nod. Amabel, the older dwarven woman, sort of looks over the group, gives you a nod. We're fine. Let's
Fair
keep
enough.
moving.
Let's keep going.
Doop-de-doop-de-doo.
And Ragnar's going to let Ska lead the way at this point. Because he needs a breather.
Alright. Scott, just make me a survival for navigating. And anyone who'd like to can make me a perception as you go.
24 on that survival.
14 perception.
20 perception.
Okay. Alright. So yeah, Sky, you take the lead, start heading down the path. You notice a few sort of paths that shoot off, but you're decently familiar with the wilds, even if not caves specifically, and you can tell from the way that these echo and where they seem to head that they just collapse slightly further in. They're like small tendrils off the main road, but they don't actually go anywhere. So you keep steering the group towards where the path actually genuinely continues. Until you reach sort of an open area. There's what appears to be like a small fire pit, and the main area of the cave, small circular rocks have been put in a circle around the exterior of what appears to be some kind of campsite. Long extinguished fire pit, a few large boulders. There's about the size for a humanoid to sit upon, and again that rock circle at the edge.
Okay, but it doesn't look like it's been used like recently, right?
Not from what you can tell from a distance, no.
Okay. I'll point out the fire pit to Ragnar.
Got ourselves a bit of a campsite here. Does it look like something that is used infrequently but consistently, or does it look like it was sort of like a one-off thing that then was just left?
There's no architecture or urban knowledge. I'm gonna say make me a stone cunning roll for Ragnar on that.
All right.
It is technically made of stone.
This will be this plus 6. 24.
Okay. Yeah, 24 is fine. From your guess, this seems like it was used regularly for a time. Like, it's a lot of effort for a one-off, but it doesn't seem like it's been used at all recently.
Okay. That's good news.
You can tell that the cave sort of juts off at a 90-degree angle ahead of where this area is.
Okay.
But it has decent sight lines down into the cave in both directions.
And you said it's a fire pit, some things to sit on, and then you said another circle of stones elsewhere?
So, yeah, there's a fire pit at the center. A few rocks around that seem like sitting size probably have been sit on. And at what you'd assume is the exterior ring of this campsite, there is a circle of clearly intentionally placed stone.
Kind of marking the boundary, as it were.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be your guess.
He's gonna go inspect the boundary just to see if there's anything significant or noteworthy about it. And then suggest that everybody take a quick breather.
Make me an Arcana or Religion check.
And I'm going to keep an eye out and make sure that nothing's going to come up on us.
15 on religion.
All right. With the 15 religion, you recognize not necessarily the words because you don't speak Undercommon, but some of the symbols that are arrayed on these rocks. It seems like each rock has a symbol on it, and the symbols together make your guess would be a sentence of some sort. You can't actually read it.
Okay.
But you recognize Undercommon letters enough to know that part.
Right.
The symbols you recognize are associated with the goddess Hearth and her domain, meaning that most likely when the fire is lit, this area is protected, or that's the purpose of the enchantment.
Okay. Hey, we'll put that into practice then and build a fire in the fire pit.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you step over the circle easily enough, light the fire.
Can I read the Undercommon?
Yeah, so...
Just to make sure it's not like, don't come in here, this place is cursed. You know.
Don't come in here, this place is cursed. Here's the symbol of the goddess of homes.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what the curse wants you to think.
So, Ska, as you look over the stones, it's a little hard because you do have to go around the entire circle to read it. It seems to be some sort of small prayer. It speaks of banishing that which harms, protecting the area from beasts and from those who hunt us, and creating a home far from the home we are from.
Okay, cool.
It strikes you as vaguely ritualistic.
After Ragnar finishes building the campfire, he's going to inspect his weapons, make sure they're all in good working order, and then just for the aesthetic, he's going to take the greatsword and jam it point first down into the fire.
All right.
So so that we've got a nice Dark Souls setup here, and everybody knows where the
Just
safe
for the
place is. Right. Mhm.
Yep. You created Dark Souls bonfire
Fuck yes.
with less bones. There aren't any
Yes.
bones currently in the fire, so the fire is not actually made of bones, but
Okay. Well, you can't have everything.
Dark Souls adjacent.
Right. Mhm.
If I know we're here, there'd be bones.
Yeah. I mean, any of you
And
can
Ragnar
get
gets
into
a little
the habit
misty
of
because he
collecting
misses his
bones,
brother.
Just none of you have currently put them in the fireplace.
What was that, Jack?
I said, and Ragnar gets a little misty because he misses his brother.
It's all right. So does Scott, because she misses your brother.
Aw.
But for completely
And you
different
all
reasons.
have this vague, like, oh, we miss Einar. Wait, we should probably go back for Alistar at some point.
Oh, yeah. We had a bard, didn't we?
And if we have enough time to take a short rest, Ragnar's going to spend some hit dice.
Yep. You guys can take a short rest if you'd like, long rest if you'd like.
Show.
Well,
Not horribly down, but. Oh, so
So,
that's almost everything.
yeah, I can do. I haven't done any.
There we go.
I will do. More. Nice. Say, I can't be overly full, so I'm good.
What was Ska going to ask?
Well, I was going to ask if we wanted to take a long rest or a short rest, and then I realized,
Oh.
wait, I'm not out of spells, so it doesn't matter.
No,
Short rest.
that is a question that I asked, though.
Yeah.
Are you taking
Yep.
the short rest or a long one?
No, short.
It's just a short one.
Short's always fine with
technically
me.
in the middle of a prison break, so we probably shouldn't linger over long.
Yep.
At this point, Click Clack will bring up. Hand raise.
What's up?
Ah, yes, the wee gentleman in the front.
Oh, yeah. Scott will kind of turn to
Symbols
Ragnar-
of
to Ragnar.
instruments playing.
Oh,
Hand
yeah, we had a bard.
belt wagging.
We should probably look for the bard.
Aye, we need to keep an eye out in case we can't find him on the way.
I mean, he's not
And then-
completely useless, just mostly useless most of the
And
time.
Ragnar will explain to Zawin and Sylvester and Annabelle and Maywin that there is a fourth person that we're gonna possibly be needing to keep an eye out for. He's half elvish, bit touched in the head, and not terribly cognizant of his surroundings even at the best of times, but I'd hate to abandon someone I know down here without at least making an effort to figure out where they are and what's been done to them. So if you see a flighty bard who's, trying to fuck the brains out of a rock or something like that, you give us a shout. We'll bring him along with us.
He's dressed very flamboyantly. You can't miss
Click
him if
Clack
you see him.
taps his ear.
Yeah.
And then
We'll probably hear him before we see him.
taps his ear and then says, in perfect Alistar. Hello, I am a man whore.
Yep, that's what he sounds like.
That would be him.
Yeah. I mean, imperfect Alistar and undercommon.
And undercommon, but I
Yeah.
assume these people
Yeah.
probably understand that.
Yeah, I feel so. Maywin distinctly looks a little bit confused at the statement used, but
Big smile.
will nod. The yeah. Like with everything you've said, Sylvester and Zhao sort of whisper to each other very briefly.
Can I try to hear what they're saying?
You can make me a perception roll.
Natural 20 for 25.
Well, that works, I guess. Yeah. Sylvester, what do you think? If they say he had another one, could it be Zhao? No, I'm sure it's not. But her besides, I don't think they mean drow. Sylvester will sort of nod. I'm ever at your service, but if they've abandoned one of their companions, just be careful.
Alright, Ska's gonna keep that to herself. At least for now.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I do not have the message cantrip.
Yep.
So what of the cave can we see from this campsite sort of area?
Okay, so headed further on, you can see that this road continues. It seems to start sloping slowly up, but continues to be fairly barren, typical cave walls.
Okay.
Outside of the fire, there doesn't seem to be any light. Not that that's necessarily a problem for Ragnar, but...
Up is good, I guess. And when everybody's ready to go, he'll start ushering everybody onward.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
You know, assuming we haven't gotten ambushed by mind flayers from the back or something.
Nope. Finish your short rest, and if there's nothing else you guys would like to do, you have the opportunity to continue on.
Wagons ho!
You all extinguish the fire, I assume.
He'll leave the greatsword though.
Okay. You leave a great sword stuck in there.
You're not
'Cause-
bringing the greatsword?
Aesthetic.
Leaving a weapon? But you're leaving a weapon behind.
I've got other ones that are better. And we're moving quickly.
Yup.
Alright, I'll leave it.
Okay. As you head down this continuing path, I would like you each to make me a charisma save.
Charisma save.
24.
16.
11.
Okay.
Do 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 do.
No, you're all fine. You're all fine. You don't know what happened. So, you continue on down the path further into the caverns. Whoever's taking the lead, make me a survival.
Is Ragnar taking the lead or am I taking the lead?
Ragnar will take the lead. He's
Okay.
feeling confident. 20.
That's good. So Ragnar leads onwards. Again, Ragnar, you have some dwarven intuition about these things, but you notice that every so often the path will fork off, and you know just from like instinct that those paths cut off very quickly. Like they'll continue maybe 20 feet down before either being collapsed or just narrowing into nothing. And you manage to generally avoid those.
The stones feel wrong.
Yeah. It's just not hollow enough. You can tell there's a back wall to it.
Yep.
As you all continue navigating, you notice every so often Maywin will hold her finger up, slightly wet, to check for wind, feel the rocks along the side of the cave. But mostly you travel in silence, or if you're talking.
Ragnar's going to be mostly listening.
Yeah.
Or at least trying to.
And I'd like someone to roll me a D100.
Got it.
All right. You want to do it?
Of course I do.
All right.
12.
Okay.
Sorry, Jeremy, your divine intervention does not work.
You're not leveled up for divine intervention yet, even if you were a cleric.
I was going to say, first of all, I'm not. Second of all, I'm not the right level. Second of all, I'm not a cleric. Third of all, considering Click Clack's interest in deities, that's probably good.
Yeah. So as you continue on, you find another area where the cavern opens up slightly. And you notice this from a fair distance, all of you, because there is a blue glow emanating from down the cave where this opening is.
So it's starting to broaden out somewhat, and there's something blue and glowy down there.
Yep.
Oi, Click Clack. You want to scoot ahead and see what you can find there?
Click Clack, if you're sneaking ahead, make me a stealth roll.
Yep. 23.
Why do I get the picture of Click Clack doing the Bugs Bunny sneaking thing where literally just his fingers and toes are moving?
Yep. So you head on further down this cave. And the light does get brighter as you get closer. You notice is actually a few places on the wall where it seems like there's as it continues to widen, there's this blue glow similar to that sigil you saw previously on the side of the cave. As you reach the area where it genuinely opens up to be broader, you see large amounts of what looks like abandoned mining equipment. It seems like the cave here, part of the reason it is so wide is not because there's a naturally widened part of the cave, but because the wall has been carved into. It seems like you can see these sort of glowing blue glyphs, several of them, similar to the one you previously found. It's the stone around them has been carved away pretty precisely, leaving only the exposed blue stone whatever it is.
Okay.
That again makes these symbols you don't quite recognize in terms of pattern shape. There's no one currently here, and you can't see any evidence of recent foot traffic or people.
Okay. So first things first, the mining equipment.
Yep.
Does it include any lanterns?
Yeah.
I take the oil flasks. I'm out.
Okay. You find as many as 6 oil flasks.
I take all goddamn 6.
Okay.
Fucking
Yeah,
pyro raven boy.
I've been using those things.
You have. You also, so you're poking over there just to find the stuff. There's large carts and what seems to be a railway that leads upwards. Mining carts and sort of a mining cart rail leading upwards.
Okay.
And like pickaxes, other mining stuff there.
So once I grab those, I look back towards where everybody else was and make a whistling sound.
Okay. You all hear that further back in the cave?
Okay. Ragnar will start making his way forward then.
Scott will follow.
Gesture for our quartet of mercenaries to come along as well.
All right. Yep. They're all... So you all head out into this open area.
Hey, what do we got?
I gesture my way around.
Yep. Again, Ragnar, it seems that this
All Vanna Whitey.
stone on the wall has been carved around. It seems like there are mining carts and rail tracks that head somewhere upwards with them. Various amounts of mining equipment. Nothing terribly valuable, but like pickaxes, stuff like that.
He will warn everybody from interacting with the runes whatsoever, and then he will ask if anybody can read them or tell him what they do.
And I will point where the cart, the carts go up.
Do the runes look just similar to, or like exact copies of the one that Ragnar
They are
had?
the same symbol. There's about
Okay.
4 of them, but they're all the same symbol.
Nobody touch those.
Yeah. Scott will make an active effort to not go near them.
Okay. You all do remember you were perfectly fine touching them previously. It was when you actively damaged them that
Yeah.
issues started occurring.
Ragnar's just trying to build the fence a little further back from the cliff edge at this point.
Yeah.
Oh dear God.
Okay. Yeah.
For those at home, Click Clack rolled a wisdom save. Click Clack rolled a 1, which gives him a -1. Don't worry. It was just to see whether he flips the symbols off. Because that could be bad. We don't know. They could be sentient symbols. They could take offense.
There doesn't
Since it
seem
was
to
a
be any
nat-
response from the symbols.
Since it was a natural one, it also comes with a very long, drawn-out raspberry.
Okay.
But Ragnar's going to look for tracks or anything nearby to indicate when somebody last came
Sure.
through this area.
Make me a survival roll.
16.
You don't find any tracks, notably. Like, aside from the carts themselves, it seems like the stone... It's disturbed in various places, but there's no evidence of people moving through here. At least not anytime recently.
All right. Then Ragnar's going to be inclined to just keep moving.
Yeah. Just keep in mind, you have been traveling for most of a day at this point.
Okay.
So, in terms of keeping moving, the cave does continue ahead of you in the similar, like, small route through the stone. There's also the path that these, there's also the rail path that these carts seem to have at least come downward, sloping up into essentially the ceiling of this cave. Then there's back the way you came, but you...
Yeah, I don't want to go back that way.
I was gonna say.
Alright, so we've got the cart tracks and we've got these other passage. What are y'all thinking? Glances around at the two characters that actually have players attached.
I was giving them a chance to speak first.
Yeah. Click Clack is staying quiet for the moment because Click Clack wants to see what Ska's.
Okay.
Scott is now thinking we should have taken a long rest. But what did you say? It was forward and upwards?
So there is,
Sorry.
this same sort of route continues on further into the cave. Also, this mining equipment involves a rail track that the mining carts are on that heads upward into the ceiling.
Okay. I wish we had some sort of way to see where it goes before actually going there. Or to see if it was not actually going up, but it's things coming down.
I mean, you understand gravity. That is a typical concession of D&D.
Yeah, but it's a mine shaft, so it could be they're sending the rocks up or they're getting stuff taken down. There's, there are two things that could happen there. At this point, going forward, probably, because we don't know where that goes, but at least going forward, we can kind of see what's coming up ahead of us.
Fair enough. And Ragnar will grab his shit together and start heading off that way.
Unless one of the 4 NPCs has a different thought.
So, yeah, they'll, well... you notice, again, some sort of whispered conversation. They pull off to the side, between Zhao and Sylvester, but they seem to ultimately nod and agree.
Okay.
Maywin will probably speak up. And Ragnar, you feel this voice resonating in your mind again. You mentioned... What do you know of these stones?
Well, as far as these runes that are carved into the wall goes, if you scratch or damage it in any way, it seems to lash back out at you. They seem to be rather imperative in maintaining the sort of mindless state that a lot of the Durga prisoners and victims of the Mind Flayers were found in. So
the same thing that bastardized creature tried to use on us when he fled.
Probably pretty similar, yeah. And haven't found a decent way to actually damage or destroy it without setting off its mechanism that makes you go all bibbledy.
These foul monsters. We'll find a countermeasure eventually, but hopefully everything else will be completed before that's needed.
Oh, I'd hope so too.
So sort of look. In the Underdark, up is often out, but there are still dangerous things that eat closer to the surface. Well, let's continue on with your elf then.
Alright, well, everybody get together, move out. We've got places to go. Need to see if we can find our way out of this shit maze.
Yep. Yeah?
Click-clack's debating whether...
Okay. Sorry.
So yeah, click. Okay. Out.
Away from the deep lands, out of the geographical region that we usually call the Underdark.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Click, make me an insight roll.
19.
Midwin keeps her face sort of hidden under her cowl, but you see her sort of give you a sidelong glare and this look of utter disdain, seemingly as you say that.
So, looking at the two people,
Your party members.
yes, and simultaneously, as he's trying to enunciate this with gestures with one hand, the other hand goes up in the air, points, directs generally at the person who's glaring at him, and does this. For those not paid attention, for those only listening, that was the middle finger.
Yeah.
And reaches into his pocket, pulls out a mirror.
Oh.
Eh.
Yeah, Click-Clack kind of has a point. We're not really here. I mean...
Also...
It's fair, yes.
Yeah, zombie people. Yeah. Oh, man.
Well, we're not going to get any farther along with it just by sitting here talking about things. So I suggest we go down this path, see if anything confronts us, and we can always come back and go up the other way if we need to.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's keep walking.
Yep. That
Most
was
likely
me.
to
I
lead.
just click-clack starts walking.
Maywin will. Well, that most likely leads into one of their disgusting mockeries of civilization, anyways.
Ragnar will turn around to look and see which direction she's indicating.
The ceiling.
Gotcha.
The semi-technically paved, depending on your definition, route. Yeah. Okay. You head along, pushing past the end of your day, further into the cave. You're all pretty exhausted at this point. The only person that doesn't really seem to be feeling it is Maywin, who goes on without an issue, or manages to seem as though she is, at least. Annabelle especially has to stop for breath at a few points. Though with Ragnar, I don't know. Ragnar, are you still leading?
Yeah, given the option, he'll probably still be in front, trying to...
Yeah, with Ragnar
feel his
still
way out.
leading, you're moving at a reasonable for dwarves pace. So yeah, make me a survival roll.
Just me or everybody?
Whoever's leading. So
19.
yeah. Again, this path splits at various points, but you're still remembering to check and avoid those side passages where you can. The path seems to be twisting a lot more than before, doubling back on itself in places. Whoever's paying attention, make me a perception check.
20.
9.
And... another 9.
Right. So, Scott, you start to hear the sounds of dripping. You're not entirely sure where it's coming from, given that the cave kind of bounces sound all around, but dip, 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 dip. Doesn't seem to get louder or quieter as you continue, just this endless sound of dip, dip. Presumably water splat dripping somewhere.
All right. Scott will mention that to Ragnar. And mention that, she doesn't know where it's coming from, but that she can hear it.
Well, if there's some water loose in these caverns, we'll want to keep a clear eye out. Flooding kills a lot of people down in a mine. And I'd hate for something behind stone walls to cut loose and wash us all further down.
If it is a large amount, Maywin will speak up. If it is a large amount of water, we have more to worry about than the possibility of flooding. If we're on the edge of one of the oceans. Click-clack, you can make me a history check, given you're from...
Okay.
You're not necessarily from an oceany area, but you're from the Deeplands.
16.
So, with the 16, the Duragar typically mostly live on the deep underground oceans of the Underdark. Some of these are just the ocean continued to very past the point where there is no light. Many of them are like actively underground in caves, stuff like that. And you know that it's generally considered incredibly dangerous near the edges. You don't necessarily know why, other than there are a lot of really big creatures there. And also the Duergar themselves are pretty scary and tend to have weird devices, weird kinds of magic, and weird, for lack of a better term, habits.
Okay.
A lot of the tieflings you knew generally just regarded them as heathen monsters.
Okay.
Even with the long-term, like, deep ones, nominal peace contracts, treaties, all of that. But at the same time, you also know that the house that you're looking for is a Duergar house, so...
Okay.
Alright. So, you guys continue onwards?
Yep.
Ragnar's inclined to do so.
Yep.
Ska, you keep hearing that dripping on occasion, or it so much so that it kind of filters into the back of your periphery. Like, it's a soft sound. You'd guess that most of the rest of those traveling with you can't necessarily hear it. But given that you can, make me an insight roll.
Okay. 19.
You're sort of walking probably in the middle, you said?
Mm-hmm.
You do notice Zhao, the woman, near the back, and every so often she starts tapping the wall in time with that sound of water you have been hearing. She quickly catches up and never necessarily falls behind, but she'll just occasionally pause to do that. Most of you from time to time will pause to check something, just make sure there's no threat somewhere. But so it's not necessarily unusual to the rest of you, but you pick that out.
Okay. I'm going to keep an eye on her.
Okay. Yeah. All right. At this point, if you're still continuing on, you've gone pretty far past a full day's travel, so make me... Let's say Constitution saves. You will all get the bonus from being near enough to Ragnar.
I only got an 11. I'm gonna need sleep.
23.
26.
Okay, Ragnar, you've got one level of exhaustion.
Okay.
Sky and Click Clack, you're definitely feeling the exhaustion, but you're not exhausted as of yet.
Right.
Made some decent progress today, but probably be best we find some place to bunk up for the evening.
Thumbs up.
Yeah.
Maybe will. It's impossible to predict with these tunnels where it might go. Or where there may be a base. We can continue and just try and hope for something, or we can stop here and make camp in the middle of the tunnel.
There are offshoots randomly, right?
Yeah, you passed one maybe 80 feet back.
And Scott will ask Ragnar, Should we backtrack a little? Go into that offshoot that we passed just a moment ago?
It would give us at least a decent angle of approach. We'll only be able to come in from one direction easily.
Hopefully.
Shrug.
Yep. All right.
At least we wouldn't be out in the open.
It's fair.
So, yeah, you head back to that offshoot. This goes, like you guys anticipated, maybe 120 feet back before, or cutting off. It doesn't taper to as thin of an edge as some of them do. Instead, this one just seems to have caved in. Stone that you're checking over, you're fairly confident is solid, but creates a wall of collapsed rocks that doesn't move any further than this. You guys want to take a rest, or?
Long rest.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
And Ragnar's just gonna crawl out of his armor and sack out for 8 hours. Because exhaustion sucks.
Sylvester will. Zao and I can take first watch.
Very good.
Since Ska only has to transfer 4 hours, she'll not like take a watch at first watch, but she'll like sit down like she's trancing and kind of pay attention to Zao and them.
So you're trying to pretend to be trancing.
She's just kind of sitting. She's not like she's just more.
She's not going
resting.
full on fake snores and shit, right?
Yeah, no.
Fake snores would be really unconvincing by someone trancing. So now I want an elf to do that. Like, this is what it's like to sleep, right?
This is totally what it's like. Yeah, no, she's just gonna like sit quietly and just kind of watch them.
Okay. So, if you are Sky, you can. All right. So, click clack. Are you
going to go to sleep? Probably a little suspiciously, but yes, we'll sleep for the first watch. We'll take a watch.
Yep.
Probably middle of the night watch.
Sure. Yeah. I tend to think it's easiest to just do 3 watches. So
yes.
Standard.
Second watch.
It's the universe.
Yeah.
But we never get there because all of our throats get slit on the first watch.
Right.
No, that's what I'm watching for, you see.
Yep. Okay, Scott, given that it has been an exhausting and long day, I want you to make me a... You know... I'm gonna make
on my con save. I'm good.
staying away... Yeah, so you're not physically exhausted. However, you are still suffering the effects of being up for a long period of time. And not, like, you got the benefits of a long rest, but you weren't necessarily sleeping. It was more of an exhausting trance state. Or a trance state before that. So, yeah. I'm gonna say just make me a survival roll.
All right.
To try and keep yourself awake.
That's a 9.
So you're very much intending to just sit there, translate, or do some sort of light resting activity. But 10, 20 minutes in, you sort of find your mind wandering more into the direction of being asleep as it is for you. That full trance where it's more challenging to really keep an eye on what your eyes are seeing as it flickers in front of you. You hear intermittent bits of conversation between the two of them. Mostly it's very quiet. They seem to be able to say a lot without making many obvious points. You definitely can tell that they've known each other for a long time. And sort of as you're fading in and out, you hear again her just tapping the wall in time with that small dripping sound.
Okay.
Okay. Click clack.
Yarp.
While you're sleeping, you start to hear voices. They're voices that you've definitely heard before, various voices that you tend to use from time to time, talking, saying things you've heard them say before, or other things. You're not really able to keep track of what this conversation is about. It's just mindless noise that you can't quite actively participate in.
Okay.
And you find yourself sort of sitting in a small old room of what appears to be a house. There's that. Those numerous voices are still around, now given forms. Again, some are vaguely remembered, some are just ambiguous, mostly attached to the voice. As the voices around you continue having whatever conversation they are having.
Okay.
You see these people walking around. Well, yes, it is Saturday after all. No, I'm not quite sure. Yes, no. Flickering in and out, contextless.
Okay. I will go up to one and try to interact with them. Wave hand in front of face. Can Raven people snap? It's not clear in the text of the race.
Sure.
You can snap your beak.
You have the dexterity to use the same weapons as everyone else. You can snap.
Okay.
Yeah.
Snapping in their face.
This
Eventually
person
trying to push
who
one.
sort of, as you look, like features solidify into sort of a drow face. We'll look down. What is it?
And then he realizes he has no idea what he even wants to say. Because what do you say in a situation like this? No, he knows exactly what he wants to say. All right, I am estimating here, but I am fairly sure that at some point Alistar has said, "What the fuck?"
I feel like even if it's not in the text, it is implied to have happened between the times that we are actively following you guys.
Yeah, probably.
She'll look at you confused, and as you, Alistar's voice comes from you, and probably a tiefling man looks over at you. You also sort of joining around the side of you. Well, don't keep us in the suspense. You got our attention. What do you want to know?
Ah. I mean,
You still hear that rippling, weird pseudo conversation around you. Yesterday, all the time. Not so bright now.
what the fuck?
By the window. It's in the wall. Head towards that door.
Are there windows, walls, or doors? I'm assuming not.
Yeah, you're in a pretty standard looking room, though they just seem to be saying these words to each other.
But
yeah,
I'm
there's
off
windows,
the
walls, and
possibility
doors.
Since he's getting the idea that he's in a dream at this point.
Yeah.
Dreams, when random and intelligible things start being heard, they often have some kind of significance.
Yeah.
So I am looking for ways of looking for which one they might conceivably examine all of the exits.
Okay.
Which one, if any of them are particularly unique.
Make me an investigation. Okay.
Nope. They all
With the
look
natural-
identical.
That's not exactly true. With the natural one, as you sort of frantically in this kind of dream logic, okay, that's probably something unique. All of them are unique. The window has a weird combination lock with lots of animals on it and random letters. The door is a secret door that, like, it looks like it opens this way, but it opens the other way, and behind it is a bookshelf. Several places that are also exity, like a trapdoor in the floor that it's clearly like a puzzle box.
I mean, that's better than what I assumed it was going to be. I figured it was going to be... No, though, they're all the same except for this one door that looks really inviting. And it looks like it's got teeth.
None of them seem to have teeth specifically. They're all puzzles of various sorts, like complex, weird.
I'm gonna look and see if there are any that are similar to this fucking symbol that we've been dealing with.
Okay. Feel bad, but just make me another investigation. That's probably
No,
most
that's
relevant.
fair. 7. That's improvement.
You find various symbols, but nothing that glows blue, nothing that's the same shape as you've seen in the wall several times. Stone cavern.
Yes.
Several times. And all around you, conversation continues.
All right. Well, this is a dream, and that tends to be id-like. He's going to, and let's face it, temperance is not his best trait.
Not really his strong suit, no.
He's going to find the meanest looking door, go full munchkin, and kick it down.
Okay.
Nobody here's played Munchkin? Come on.
I played Munchkin.
I know Munchkin.
Okay,
Yes.
just in the obvious context of
Yes,
you're going
you
to the
kick in
next
it.
place.
You kick
Right.
down the door.
Okay.
Kick down the door.
Sorry. For a second, I was like, I don't remember that specific sub ability. Oh,
Nope.
wait.
Nope, that's just
mutilate the
general
bodies,
purpose.
loot the room. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Yeah.
It's the most dangerous looking door. He's
Okay.
literally going to try and kick down.
All right. So, yeah, the most dangerous looking door is this wrought iron with skulls and the various animal heads.
Oh, this is
that's
gonna
on
hurt.
it. And you just
Boom!
kick it with your foot and it flakes away like paper. Beyond it, you still hear that conversation behind you. Beyond it, you see a patch of greenery, what looks like some variety of outside for Click-Clack's value of outside.
Okay.
Manicured grass, as with its various what look like children's toys strewn about. A few balls, a one of those things where you try and get the ball to balance on the wooden stick,
Right.
the orbs.
Yes, the worst toy in the world.
I found them to be very effective weapons.
The worst toy in the world.
Yeah, so there's one of those. There's a few other things. What looks like a doll off to the side.
Okay. Hmm. Pokes his head in. Looks around. Yeah. And goes to another door.
Okay,
That is the right choice.
easy enough. Anything particular, or just next one you find?
Next one, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This one has like what looks to be a large incomplete image that's intended like you shift around the puzzle pieces to make the picture look like an actual picture on it.
Also,
Gonna try and kick this one.
yes. Also, I stand corrected. That's the worst toy in the world.
Oh dear God! What the fuck, Jeremy? Okay.
I'm sorry.
That sure is
Why
a
does-
thing.
And that's second place.
Why? Korea, why? Korea, why?
So nope, kicking it down.
I can guarantee you that second one is bootleg.
Yeah, the second
Oh,
one's
yeah.
fake, but yes.
It's not fake. It was legitimately sent to the United States, and they caught it on inspection. It's a real thing. It's just not Lego.
Yeah.
For those
No
who are
kidding.
curious, I posted an image to a 9/11 Lego playset.
Yep.
Yeah, after the Korean labeled bedazzled noose.
Pretty death toy noose.
Why? Why? Korea, why?
Because
Oh man.
I'm the worst. Anyways, boom.
Yeah. Yeah, again, this flakes away like paper when you just don't
Yep.
solve the puzzles.
There's no adventure to be had in that other room, so I'm going to try a different.
Okay. Well, this one's entirely full of spikes. Just like metal spikes jutting from what seem to be all of the walls and the floor and the ceiling. Like maybe 3 feet tall.
Starts looking around. Is there a way at all to maneuver through the room? Like some like Indiana Jones or no, sorry, let me rephrase. Some Prince of Persia-esque, like
If you're very careful,
obstacle
it's
course.
maybe. It depends on how confident in yourself you are.
I mean, it's a dream. Click-Clack's a fucking idiot. And this is just too much of a challenge for him not to give it a shot.
Okay.
It's adventure.
Right.
Adventure is out
if you're
there.
gonna do this, acrobatics or athletics, I guess.
Acrobatics for sure.
What I want to know is there a rogue that in 5e ever that's taken athletics in favor of acrobatics?
Actually, I am proficient in athletics as well.
Oh.
But my strength is, but I am not expertise in it, and my strength is lower than my dex. But I rolled with a +10, a 14.
So you're starting to use like the ceiling ones as kind of like monkey bars.
Yep.
And halfway through that, you sort of go to grab one and you notice that you grab a little bit the sharp bit and you pull your hand away to go, ow.
Uh-huh.
And the hand that you're still holding this with is not quite strong enough to hold you up on your own. So you start falling towards the spiky floor.
I aim for a non-spiky part.
Are there any?
I realize
of spikes.
maybe I can slot my body in between.
You can make me a dexterity save.
Okay.
Roll. No.
9. Oh!
And with a 9, you feel like a little knock on your shoulder.
Okay.
And you're awake in a cave.
Ah!
Sylvester looks down at you. Watch.
Yep. Sit down. Ugh.
All right.
Watch.
Yep. Ragnar, I don't know if you said if you were taking second or third or...
Ragnar is taking sleep.
Okay.
Ragnar finally has an army and enough people to take watch that he doesn't have to. He is taking sleep for once in his goddamn life.
Okay.
Yes,
yeah,
that would probably
so-
take third.
You know what? Maywin will probably take second.
Okay. So I'm with.
Yeah.
Okay.
The woman, the ranger with the red hood.
Yeah. The one who I flipped off.
Yeah.
Speedy.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm a terrible person.
Make me a perception.
Okay. Nine.
Cannot wait to see the statistical breakdown for this game.
I want to point out my last 5 rolls have been a 1, a 5, a 4, a 2, and a 5.
Yeah. Click, clack. You're still kind of thinking about the weird, creepy dream.
Uh-huh.
Maywin is also keeping watch. Is there anything you wanted to do, or...
Nope. I'm thinking about through, and I'm probably mostly watching her because I don't trust her.
Okay. In that case, why don't you make me an insight?
Okay. There we go. 19.
Okay. You notice her occasionally giving you suspicious glances as she does seem to genuinely be trying to keep an eye out and watching. And in addition to that, you also notice at one point her move her hands in a pattern that you vaguely recognize and whisper something into the palm of her hands, sort of cupping them on each other. Or you recognize the casting of a message spell. Or sending spell.
So I don't have counterspell. However,
I do have 6
I
flasks
do-
of oil.
I mean, that was not where I was going to go with that.
Okay, good.
I had a somewhat different direction I was going to take that, which is I don't have counterspell. However, I do have a bag full of ball bearings, and I think that some ball bearings smacking you upside the face is going to distract those delicate hand motions that you need to do to make the spell work.
Okay. Spell intercession via ball bearings. I'm gonna say that's an unarmed attack roll.
Okay. So that's dexterity.
Yeah, let me pull up her character sheet because her AC will matter.
Ragnar doesn't get his full
Get this-
8 hours because Click-Clack decides to be a dick.
I'm not even. I'm being careful. Unfortunately, Click-Clack is not very good at careful because he's not in practice at it.
He is very much out of practice of being careful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, can I consider this a surprise attack and perhaps gain advantage since I don't know that she's going to expect a handful of ball bearings flying at her face?
I suppose this is technically a surprise attack.
Yes!
Oh my god.
13! Because fuck you, Dice!
Yeah, that's not gonna hit. She kind of ducks the ball bearings.
Was it still enough for her to stop what she was doing with her hand?
Let me check the text. Let me check message real quick. Or sending.
Sending it requires verbal, somatic, and material components.
Yep. But it also takes an action, so... You know what? Roll me a D100.
Okay. Are you fucking kidding me?
She ducks, and she does seem to complete whatever magic she was doing.
For those at home, Aaron rolled on a 1D100 a 9. I am assuming. I am making
Yeah.
I think, educated assumption that all I had to do was beat that with a 1D100. I rolled a 6.
Yep. That is what happened.
So you would have succeeded on your divine intervention with that one,
Also,
Jeremy.
fuck you all the clerics that needed those D100s for your divine intervention.
We have used them up. Sorry.
Oh,
we-
man.
Yeah. I know that doesn't go on the stats sheet, but it
Oh
feels...
my god!
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, it's not my
Oh.
fault that Dice hate you.
Oh,
She
man.
ducks, finishing her magic, and turns around.
he just looks dead at her, and it's like probably in like infernal. Oops. Sorry. My bad. Clumsy me.
So inside your mind, you hear a response as her sort of strange psychic voice echoes specifically at you. Be quite happy when we're done with your pathetic. It won't be much longer now. It doesn't really matter.
I want an insight check.
Sure. Make me an...
So, okay.
Oh.
Here's my suspicion, and I want to see if there's some way Alistair, Jesus Christ.
Nope.
Click Clack can confirm it. Click Clack is under the assumption that this is not an accurate representation of this person's appearance, or perhaps that this person is in some way or another really not who they appear.
Okay. So, yeah, you
Tell me
can
what
make
that
me
was.
an insight roll.
Okay.
I will say you can either make me an insight roll or you can make me an investigation roll.
Okay.
Because one, you're more like intellectually what sort of disguises could be used, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Insight would be more checking
14.
checking her out, but not like that. Sorry. 14. With a 14, you can't detect anything in her that's a obvious giveaway of a simple spell, potentially a detect person.
Right.
Or not a
Disguise person.
disguise person.
I cast detect person. Is this a person? Well, shit.
Yeah.
Well, crap.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be, or a minor illusion, something like that. You also are aware of ghost-wise halflings. You haven't encountered many of them.
Fair.
So the fact she has a psychic voice obviously doesn't have to be that. Like,
That is
But-
fair.
definitely makes sense given that you can tell that this visage, at least, is a ghost-wise half-light. Obviously, any warlock, or any Great Old One warlock, or any creature who has other capabilities to allow them to communicate psychically could disguise themselves and appear the same way to have an internal a voice that resonates in your mind or speak psychically.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's what you get with an investigation.
Okay. Second.
also with the 14, you'd also know that the surest way to tell if someone is a shape changer is a true sight of some variety.
Yeah, but I don't have that.
But that's pretty hard.
The other option is stab them until they stop moving, and then usually they switch back to their regular form.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to do that.
Or stab them until they lose concentration if it's other kinds of spells.
That too. So with somebody in my head, I'm going to try to communicate directly back because this bypasses the speech the speech curse, I'm assuming.
Yeah, that's always been an interesting thing. Whether or not psychic things that you can psychically reply to, and I generally rule yes.
Okay. Yeah, trust me, lady, the feeling's mutual.
You hear sort of a scoffing laugh within your mind before she returns to keeping an eye out.
Well, fine. I want to attack you more anyway. All right, he will just go back to his watch.
Cool.
Which is watching her.
Yep. Fortunately, Rangers have pretty good perception scores. Okay, so that would make it, unless Click Clack has anything else he wants to do, third watch, Ska.
Yep.
When he wakes, well, no, it goes to third watch. But when he wakes Ska up for third watch, he will have I don't know, this might require a sleight of hand for him to have carefully, like, subtly sort of scrawled this out. But he would have sort of scrawled out, like, written out on the ground. Short stuff cast a sending spell to someone.
Okay.
And so, yeah, when he goes to wake her up, he would have just looked over in that direction. You want me to do
make me just a sleight of hand to see how well you manage to disguise it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Wow. That was so close to
She
bad.
definitely notices, but she doesn't interfere.
Okay.
Also, for the record, Jeremy has a plus 10 to that.
Yes,
Mhm.
and I rolled a 12, folks.
Yep, that's
Yep.
a 2.
Okay. So, Scott, you find that message as your watch starts.
Okay. Ska will look at the message and then, like, rub it out with her foot.
Okay. The older dwarven woman, Amabel, will also take watch.
Okay. Let's see, I'm assuming perception.
Yep.
21.
Okay. Yeah. You still hear that soft, repeated noise of the whatever water is nearby. But it doesn't get any louder. You don't notice anything else happening. This woman just sort of leans on her axe.
Okay. Unless she strikes up conversation, Ska's just going to keep quiet and pay attention.
All right. About 20 to 30 minutes into the art show. So how were you found?
What do you mean?
Well, from what I heard, you weren't locked up like the rest of us, were you? You fell out of the ceiling dripping wet.
Yeah, I don't know where I was. I was locked up, but not like the rest of you, no.
Hmm. If you don't want to talk about it, I won't pry.
It's not that I don't want to talk, it's that I couldn't give you the answers even if I wanted to. I literally don't know where I was.
Hmm.
How did you wind up here?
I was exploring with my grandson and just around the areas of our home. Foothills of one of the mountains, and then we ended up here, or at least I did. I haven't seen him since.
Can I insight check that?
Sure.
18.
She seems pretty honest.
Okay.
I don't exactly recall anything, but then I was with your Kenku friend.
Do you know anything about the others?
I recognize the halfling Maywin's cloak. She's a member of the Rangers. They're usually an honorable sort. Though I've never met her before. The other two, well, they certainly seem to mostly keep to each other. And the ones you seem to know, can't say I've ever met them before. How do you know them?
We've been traveling together for a while.
Do you do a lot of falling out of ceilings?
No, not really. I just wish I knew how to get us out of here.
Well, I mean, in terms of knowing a way out of the Underdark, our best bet is probably the Ranger, that is typically their job, as I understand it.
Yeah, but we're not exactly where we think we are, so...
You mentioned that before, that you're not really here. What did you mean?
Mirror dimensions.
I like how that just said in a casual, as happens way.
How are you sure?
Well, we wound up picking up a mirror and being in it, so, mirror dimensions. It's happened to me more than once.
I've never ended up in a mirror pocket that was more than maybe a building wide.
Well,
Covered a fair amount of ground. But I'm sure you know better than I do.
oh, I doubt that.
I'm just an old woman who had some adventures in her youth. You lot seem quite capable. Ugh.
Don't sell yourself short. I'm sure you'll be quite capable if you need to be.
Yes. Well, let's hope so.
Indeed.
And yeah, Scott, you feel a slight presence in the back of your mind, one that's very familiar at this point.
Okay.
Anything you want if you just stop trying.
Easier said than done.
Oh, it's the easiest thing in the world.
See, you say that, and yet.
I thought you trusted me.
Well, I thought a lot of things as well. We'll see what happens.
The sooner you give up, the sooner you get what you want.
I'll keep that in mind.
Okay. So, third watch ends. You all wake back up.
So I can change out my spells.
Yep.
Alright. I am unpreparing my guiding bolt and my healing word. I'm keeping cure wounds though. And I am taking.
Good idea.
So did anybody wander off in the night? Is what Ragnar's going to want to know as soon as he wakes up.
Everyone still seems to be here, unless I missed a whisper.
Cool.
Nope.
I'm gonna take. Should I do detect magic or detect good and evil?
Detect good and evil magic.
I wish that was a thing.
No, you don't, because good and evil will detect magic that is good and evil, and magic will detect magic whether it's good or evil. So,
Yep.
Detect good and evil detects certain kinds of creatures. Detect magic detects magical objects and traps.
Spell effects, yeah.
Yeah.
that would be the equivalent of a,
Fish finder.
I was going to say, cure elf spell.
So 3/5.
Oh no. 3/5 has a much wider variety of detect spells. Dear God, how many were there, Jeremy? Like 27?
Too many. Way too goddamn many. I mean, I was going to say more like As much as I love this system, I think that repair wounds for Warforged is just cruel to clerics.
Yeah. Mhm.
If one Warforged in your party, you have to prepare 2 healing spells.
Yep.
Yep.
Because if the Warforged gets fucked, well, that cure wound shit ain't gonna do crap.
Yes. Would mind flares show up with Detect Good and Evil?
Make me an Arcana roll.
That's a nat one. I have no
You
idea.
have no idea.
Okay. What's my AC? Yeah, okay. I'm preparing Sanctuary.
Ragnar
Good
begins
choice.
the arduous process of putting all his armor back on.
Okay, so yeah, you all prepare your spells and your stuff for the day and heading out.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Click Clack will pull Ragnar aside
Sure.
early.
What's up there?
Low-key gesture to the halfling. Wiggle fingers.
At 8.
Point at mouth. Point out. Question mark?
I mean, she didn't strike me as a musical theater director, but I'm the worst.
damn it,
Let me roll an
Jack.
insight check.
Magic, not jazz hands.
Death hands.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
With a 16, I'm pretty sure he gets the point across. Yeah.
Yeah.
When was this?
Point behind himself.
At 8?
I've learned
Jove.
that I have to say what I gesture because people only listen to the podcast.
Right.
Also, sometimes you do the gestures down here where we can't see them.
That is also true.
Did you overhear any of what she was saying?
Yeah. Ooh. Nelson. Taps
Point.
forehead, taps your forehead. Or temple.
Oh, aye, she does the brain talky thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and this was last night when Maywin was on watch.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, we'll keep our heads down. We'll keep our eyes open, and we'll see what comes of it.
Thumbs up.
Alright, now, I think we're planning on scouting out this direction. So if you want to take point, keep quiet, keep low. Come back and let us know if you've run into anything else.
Sounds good. I cannot wait to see how my rolling fucks me.
And Ragnar goes over. Maywin, who were you sending spells to last night?
Yeah. Yes.
Everyone will look to you. Just reporting back to my captain.
Very good. Can we be expecting any reinforcements or relief forces?
Not unless they can pinpoint us. Do you have a way of creating a magical surge that will penetrate all the way to the surface from here?
Not yet, but I've got a few ideas I might be able to work on.
Click Clack holds up several vials of oil helpfully. Tilt heads questioningly.
And Ragnar is actually going to pull out his amulet of non-detection and see if he can figure out where the linked one is.
Okay. At this point in... Oh, where's the link? Huh.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, fair enough.
I had forgotten about that.
Ragnar, you concentrate on it, and this gives you a pretty decent both direction, sense of where, and like a certain level of the surroundings of the amulet.
Mm-hmm.
You know how it works, even if
Right.
you haven't used it before, because that's how attuning works. And you sense that it is miles and miles and miles away. You can sense vaguely that it's somewhere buried in gold and coinage.
Because I've done this once before.
Yeah.
And I got a fairly similar reading, except distance was different, right?
I don't think it was covered in coinage at that.
Okay, gotcha.
No, you just knew that it was like... Yeah, well, previously when you did this, you found it at a house, or knew it was at a house.
Right. Okay, cool. Am I getting the sense that it's definitely still on the same plane that we are, though, right?
Yes, but I want you to make me a... just spellcasting roll, I guess.
Okay. 15. Perfectly average.
At the same time, you're detecting another amulet. You sense two. There's definitely one that's the focal pair, but you sense another one, and you sense sort of the same general location for it, same distance. Also, that sensation of being submerged in gold and coinage. That soft clinking sound.
So I've got a second signal kind of piggybacking on this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna say you can make me an Arcana roll to intuit this if you'd like.
I'll just say I failed that. Whoa, 20. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, with a 20, in the hypothetic, like, thinking of yourself as potentially now being on either a different plane or a different version of a plane, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Hypothetically, this amulet might have a twin in this reality. Like,
Oh, okay. So we're on the Earth Prime version where I'm the piggyback at this point, technically.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, it's not an infinity gauntlet that only works in the specific reality it's tied
Right.
to. It's most other magical objects in those universes
Okay.
that sort of interact with their pairs.
Gotcha.
And yes, Marvel fans, I know that's not perfect. I'm a DC person.
I mean,
so-
that's not far off.
It's very much not far off. Mhm. Okay. Well, that's good to know.
But yeah, you can sense the direction of that if you. Yeah.
Cool. And we're walking, and we're walking.
Yep. Okay. Unless there's anything else that you want to do at this time.
I'm gonna ritual cast detect magic.
Okay. So, I believe both of your party members currently have. Actually, no, I can look this up. Give me a second.
I like ritual casting because that means I don't use a spell slot.
But the rest of us are 10 minutes down the trail by the time you get it done.
Nope. Casting time is 1 action.
Not for
Nope,
ritual
so
casting.
So, yeah.
Isn't ritual casting just 6 times the casting time? Or
Nope.
10 times the casting time?
So, yeah.
10
Ritual
minutes.
casting rules are listed in your class under ritual casting. It's 10 minutes plus the casting time.
Yep.
Right. I thought it was 10 times the casting
Nope.
time.
Yeah,
Okay.
no. Mm-mm.
I misread that.
That would make those spells that take an hour to cast nightmarish.
Yep.
True. I forget about those spells.
And it would also make it very easy to ritual cast anything that takes an action.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Um,
That's fine. She's still gonna do it while everybody else is like
Yep.
getting
Yeah.
ready to go.
Bottom of page 201, if you care.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Click Clack's eyes glow with magic. I think you still have those equipped, right?
Yep. They don't.
It's,
They're not.
I
They're
was gonna say you have
always
ice
on
equipped. What?
glasses.
Oh,
No,
that's
they're-
right. I said they were glasses for you.
Yeah, they're glasses
Okay. Yeah.
of charming,
Click Clack's glasses glow.
which are sometimes on. In this case, they're probably like on one of those like things that go around the neck.
Glasses
and-
chain.
Nice, nice.
Is there any chance they're goggles? Actually, now that I think about it.
Sure.
Okay, they're on his head, on his
Damn
forehead.
it. I want him to be like a little pince nez so that we can paint a mustache on him and call him Edgar Allan Crow.
Oh my god!
He's not a crow though.
Okay.
Aren't you glad they're goggles now?
Yep. So those are goggles. For some reason never mind. Yes. Click Clack's goggles glow. Several of the weapons, the axe that I believe, yeah, Click Clack gave her the Amabel's axe, which you recognize as Ragnar's axe that he's lending her. The blade Sylvester recovered underground. Ragnar's sword hilt. Zhao's cloak.
Okay.
And whatever other magical items the party members have that I have forgotten about.
Okay.
Ragnar's got a trident and a amulet as well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And yeah, Sky, you can also see this with your own magical items if you have any.
Also, Ragnar's personality.
Just Ragnar glows because friendship is magic. Oh,
No,
sorry.
no. If that's what it is, Ragnar barely flickers.
Okay, now I want a friendship-o-vision spell.
Detect friendship.
Yes.
No, that
keep
spell
it-
would be so abusable.
Right. Is this person really my friend?
Aww. You see a lot of sad people around.
Twins.
I will keep up the concentration
Yep. Okay.
for the full 10 minutes if I can as we're walking.
Yeah, sure.
Just because.
All right. Yep. You head off. Who's taking the lead today?
Ragnar gave that assignment to Click Clack.
Okay. Survival?
Yep. This is why you do not put Click Clack in charge when we're in the wilderness. Because then that happens. 4.
So, Click Clack. It is likely a law of averages, but you seem to manage to find basically every one of these caves that's just a short dead end, head almost all the way down them before realizing it and backpedaling the party. Going in and out of them. None of these seem to be separate routes, so you manage to get back to the main route very quickly, but there's a little pocket here, there's a little pocket there.
Progress is not as rapid as it could have been.
Yeah, as you continue sort of moving along, not necessarily lost, but like heading down all of these routes. Let's roll me a D100. Whoever would like to.
Roll.
I'll do it this time.
Okay.
I want to
You sure? I already have my single digit roll out of the way.
Nah. I'm going to do it.
All right. I'm going to roll just to see what I would have got.
11.
See, I would have rolled better than you.
Okay. So we're going to use Jeremy's roll because the one on 11 you guys already found.
Well, alright.
The last roll was a 12. So yeah, the 10 to 15 one you already did. Cluck clack. So as you start heading down another one of these paths, like, okay, path juts, I'm sure this time. Maywin next to you just sort of puts a hand on your shoulder. Or wait. No, on your sort of arm.
Okay.
Yeah, which is definitely still reaching up for her.
Yeah.
Probably not best to go that way. The path's over here.
Eyebrow cocks as in a sort of why gesture because this is the bitch he doesn't trust. Unfortunately, she's probably right.
She doesn't offer any further explanation. Just gestures to the other point of the path.
Okay. Yeah.
What are you gonna do, Click Clack?
I will follow the direction, the guidance
Okay.
in this case.
Yep. Yeah. So, Click Clack, you head down the main path. Ragnar, as you are passing by this side path, I want you to just make me a stone cunning roll.
All right. That's a natural 1.
Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah. And you guys continue heading down. As you go this way, the path starts to have the occasional symbol. Actually, no, 2 of you can read under comment. So eventually you notice sort of a short bit of writing on the side of the wall. Just wait, give me a second. Valful or North Earth 2 days. Renchent, and 1 day to the east. Just sort of carved on the wall.
Sorry, say that one more time.
Valfor, north 4 days. Renchent, 1 day east.
Do either of those sound familiar to me?
You can make me a history roll.
15?
With a 15, Renchent kind of does. You think it's essentially a port town. It's nowhere you've ever been or even been particularly close to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the port town seems to be a way out. That's not necessarily where we need to get back to fucking Mirrorland.
You're fairly confident because you actually know the Underdark that you could probably get directions to where you were from most major cities. Like,
I mean, that's fair, but he's also going off the presumption that they are in some weird bizarro Underdark where, like...
That's fair.
No, that's fine. We'll go to the town. Yes.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Do either of you communicate that to the rest of the group, or just
As best as possible.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you continue down the road, trying to stick where might take you to the east eventually. Again, the path curves a lot. It's challenging to know for sure. All right. Unless there's anything else that anyone would like to do as you're walking.
We are beating feet out of this place.
Yeah. You're walking. You sort of come to eventually you come to another of these sort of larger spaces where the cavern opens. In this one, there are... Sorry, let me check something real quick. 5 large, clearly crafted stone cubes situated at various points throughout the cavern.
Are any of them inscribed or modified in any way, or are they just plain stone cubes?
None of them seem to have any writing on them. They all seem to be just cubes.
Okay. As far as arrangement goes, are they like spaced equidistant from each other, or do they seem a little more haphazard in their orientation?
Let me just pull you onto a map. That'll be easiest.
Okay.
I know I did this. Give me find the stupid thing I made. Where did I put it? Each are about 5 feet by 5 feet. And they're. I think you should be able to see all of them.
I see 4 red ones and 1 blue one.
Oh. You can see that one's blue. Oops. Ignore that.
Okay.
Yeah. Positioned in roughly, I guess, diamond in a diagonal is how you could refer to it, or a line of 3 and a line of 2.
Yep. Series of left obliques. Ragnar's just gonna wander up to the closest one and put his hand on it.
Yep. Feels like smooth, potentially marbled stone.
Does it look like it has been placed here, or is it like in one piece with the floor below?
Oh, it's definitely been placed here.
Okay.
There's a distinct difference between it and the floor.
He is going to... are there any other entrances or exits to this room?
None that you can see.
Okay. He is going to climb up on it. See if there's anything on top.
Okay. Make me an athletics, because you're dwarf height.
That's an 11.
It takes some heaving and possibly a little bit of a boost from Ska, but you get up top.
Okay.
From the top of it, let's just give you all tokens on the map. Why not?
Okay.
From the top of it, there does seem to be something inscribed on the very top, a small circle.
Okay. Oh, you lot. Let's see what else is inscribed on these things.
We're on the wrong layer. I just don't think we have control over that.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's a layer thing.
Right. You're on the
No
map,
worries.
aren't you?
There we go. Okay, we were on the wrong one. So yeah.
Layer it is.
Doop.
And like, how big a circle? Like, are we talking like size of a hand? Size of
smaller than your hand.
Okay.
Small enough that you know that you wouldn't be, even though you can see the tops of the other ones from here, you wouldn't be able to see what might be on them.
Pick out those details. Yep. So like coin-sized circle.
Click, clack, and Ska, how tall are you?
I'm 5'9". I have Click Clack written down as 4'11".
That is correct. 4'11", 80 pounds.
Okay. So, click, clack,
Bird
it's not
bones, y'all.
necessarily hard, but you do have to scramble up a bit. Scott, you are taller than this. You can just look over it. Yeah.
I am the tallest one in the group.
I'm undignified as I climb up.
Okay. So click clack. Heck, yours has a small cross on it.
Okay.
Ragnar's gonna go try and climb up on this one over here and see.
Okay. Let me do Scott's first. Scott, you have what looks like roughly a Z shape.
Okay.
And I'll draw these for you on the map real quick.
So we have a circle, we have a cross, we have
A lightning bolt.
a Z shape.
I nail
Or
myself.
Z for our international followers.
I nail myself to mine. Oh wait, it's not that kind of a campaign.
Is it a cross or a plus sign?
Yes.
I mean, functionally, the difference is not extreme.
It is not a plus sign in that it is not equidistant, it is upwards, if
Okay.
that's the question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a proper crucifixion device.
Well, I can't see what you drew because Click-Clack's token is like obscuring it. So I was like,
Oh yeah.
I'll just ask.
Technically, a proper crucifixion device is a T.
It is also the shape of a T, but
Yep.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. And then I'll check out the last one because I don't have to do athletics rolls to find to see what's up top.
Ragnar Athletics.
Yeah, I rolled a 10.
Oh, yeah. This one's sort of a curved shape.
Were I to try it again, there, that's more like it. A 21. Okay.
Sort of, I guess scythe shape would be the right way to put that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Last one looks like this. Kind of a
Backward
mirrored four.
Four.
I was going to say a Greek moo.
Yeah, also that.
Okay. So now we have a puzzle.
Yeah.
I'm not good at puzzles.
Ragnar tries to shove his. See if he
Tell
can move
me
it.
Yeah, it moves easily enough.
Which
Ah.
is the most appropriate?
Hmm?
Arcana, investigation, or religion?
That is up to you. What kind of information are you going for?
Religion. 15. Are
Well, in
any
that
of these,
case,
like, remotely
Arcana.
symbolic or anything?
7!
Well done.
Because I rolled another 2.
So, with the 7, with the 15, Ragnar, you don't think any of these have specific religious significance. Not that you're familiar with.
Okay.
Can I see if these symbols are anywhere else?
Sure, make me, I guess, an investigation.
Skyrim logic.
Yep.
Look,
18.
there are only so many abilities.
Yeah.
You try telling me that it's not a relevant one.
Nope, that totally is.
With an investigation of 18, no, nowhere else in the room seems to have these symbols.
Okay.
Right, so Ragnar can slide his along the ground a little bit, you said?
Yeah,
He
Give
tries
me a
to
second
actually
to-
pick it up.
make me an athletics roll.
24!
It is very heavy. It's
Okay, alright.
a
So,
5-foot cube of solid stone, but
Yep.
yes, you can pick it up.
yeah, probably like an inch or so. It's like, okay, yep, nope, that's actually rock. Set it back down.
All right.
So yeah, he'll just go and shove each of them just in a direction to see. Basically, he's looking to see if anything's underneath any of them.
Yeah. Give me a second to get these things to move
Sure.
properly. But yes, you can shove them easily enough in directions. The map is going to take longer to move, but I'll shortcut this by saying none of them seem to have anything underneath. All of them seem to move
Okay.
as easily as each other. They slide across the rough ground quite well. You notice. That seems somewhat intentional.
Okay.
Should we try lining them up?
At 8. Put them in a pile.
Well, a pile and a line are two completely separate things. But all right.
Don't talk to me about architecture.
All right. Which one's going to be the center, since there's 5 of them?
The circle.
And Click Clack, you do get a sense that there is something magical about these objects, but that's
Okay.
about it.
I was going to say, has it been past 10 minutes in all of this?
Yeah. This is far longer than 10 minutes. You were traveling quite a ways to get here.
Okay.
Well, you
And I'm actually probably just gonna move these to the token layer. Because I think I can just let you guys move them, which would probably be easiest. Actually, given the time, sitting on this puzzle of rocks and planning to, I believe, next move them into a pile line, I think that's where we're going to end for the night.
Okay.
All right.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.